Hey, teachers. Welcome back to the Teachers Lounge podcast, your cozy corner of the internet where coffee meets clarity, where teacher life gets real, and where you matter, not just as an educator, but as a human being. I'm your host, Rachel, and today's topic might be the single most important one we cover all year: boundaries in teaching, saying yes to yourself. Let's take a deep breath together, because if you're a teacher, chances are you've been called selfless, caring, generous with your time. And while those things are beautiful, they can also become heavy. So today we're talking about how to build boundaries that protect your energy, support your well-being, and empower you to say yes to yourself without guilt. Why boundaries matter more than ever. Teaching is one of the few professions where you could literally work 24 hours a day and still have something left on your to-do list. According to a 2022 report from the Rand Corporation, over 60% of teachers report frequent job-related stress. Another study an educational researcher found that a lack of work-life boundaries is one of the biggest contributors to burnout in K-12 educators. Here's what that tells us. Boundaries aren't selfish. They are survival. When we say yes to everything, we slowly start saying no to ourselves. No to rest. No to joy. No to the version of us that feels grounded and whole. And the truth is, we teach best when we're not running on fumes. What boundaries in teaching actually look like? Let's break the myth that boundaries have to be dramatic or mean, saying "I quit" or "don't talk to me." Boundaries can be gentle, consistent, compassionate. Here are a few examples. Setting communication hours, no checking email after 5 p.m., period. Choosing not to over-volunteer. You don't need to be on every committee. Creating space at lunch. Eat your lunch away from your students just once a week. Having a hard stop time. Commit to leaving by 4:30 p.m. and trust that the to-do list can wait. According to Dr. Brené Brown, clear boundaries are a critical component of wholehearted living. She says, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. So yes, saying no can be an act of love for yourself and your students. Let me take you back to my second year of teaching. I was saying yes to everything: mentoring, coaching, decorating the hallway, tutoring after school. My evenings were full. My weekends were swallowed. And slowly, I began to resent the job I once loved. One Friday afternoon, I stayed late to help a student with a makeup test. She didn't show up. I sat there until 5:30 p.m., hungry, exhausted, and furious. Not at her. At myself. That was the turning point. I started small. I stopped checking email after hours. I began saying, "Let me get back to you," instead of saying yes on the spot. And slowly, I got my life back. Boundaries gave me the space to breathe, to think, to enjoy teaching again. And I began to notice something else. The more I honored my boundaries, the more present I became in the classroom. I laughed more. I had more patience. I even started sleeping better. Because I wasn't constantly carrying the weight of everything and everyone, all the time. In case you're still unsure, here are some research-backed benefits of setting boundaries. Improved mental health. Studies from the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology show that educators who practice healthy work-life boundaries report less anxiety, depression, and emotional exhaustion. Greater job satisfaction. Teachers who feel empowered to say no. Experience increased motivation and joy in the classroom. Harvard Education Review, 2021. Modeling for students. When students see us protecting our time and energy, they learn to do the same. Boundaries teach responsibility, respect, and balance. Boosted cognitive function. The National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health found that employees with clear boundaries experienced better decision-making and concentration at work. Crucial skills for any teacher trying to juggle dozens of responsibilities in a single day. Remember, you are not just teaching math, reading, or science. You're teaching how to be human. Let's take a moment for some honest reflection. If you can, grab a journal, or just think this through with me. What's one boundary you wish you had the courage to set? Where are you saying yes when your body, your mind, and your spirit are begging for a no? What fear is keeping you from setting that boundary? Fear of judgment? Guilt? The need to please? What would change in your teaching life if you protected just 1 hour a week for yourself? And maybe most importantly, what are you afraid will happen if you say yes to yourself? And what might actually happen if you do? Now, flip it around. What do you gain by continuing to say yes to everything? What does it cost you? It's not about doing less. It's about doing what matters most. For your students and for your own heart, let me leave you with this. You are not a machine. You are not a martyr. You are a whole, brilliant, complex human being who deserves time, rest, and peace. Saying yes to yourself doesn't mean you care less about your students. It means you care enough to give them the best version of you, not what's left over. Start small. One new boundary, one deeper breath, one kind, clear number. Here's your gentle challenge for the week. Set one boundary, just one, and keep it. Honor it. Defend it with kindness. Because every time you do, you remind yourself and everyone around you that you matter too. You don't need to earn your rest. You deserve it. If this episode resonated with you, if it made you exhale, or maybe tear up a little, would you share it with a teacher friend? Leave a review, tag me on Instagram, or send me a message. This space grows because of educators like you. You are worthy. You are enough. And you, teacher friend, are allowed to say yes to yourself. Until next week, take care of you.